For Honor is going to be pretty content heavy. That's just one thing I learned at E3 2016. I will tell you all the new information and why this game is super awesome. So let's start with what For Honor is. Well, it's mainly a sword fighting game. It really is about the 1v1 battles. You have to analyze your opponent and strike on the place that he is not blocking. And you have to do the same. So if an enemy is attacking you on the right side, you have to block the right side. It's really that simple, but there is more depth to it. Obviously, you have a block attack. So yeah, you stun an enemy and you can then slice away. There's like a cool awesome finisher, so if you attack him with your heavy attack, you have a light attack and a heavy attack, you like chop off his head and then it has an awesome animation. So that's like the basic gameplay here. So what we learned at E3 is that the game also has a campaign that you can play alone or with a friend online or via split screen. So that's pretty cool. The game has 3 factions: Vikings, Samurais and Knights, and at the start of the game you play the Knights. So what the idea is that there's an overarching story and you see them from different perspectives. So in the first mission I was attacked by Knights while playing Knights, so you get like to learn the basics of the game and yeah, kill some other enemies. Pretty standard stuff. I felt like it was not really that awesome though, because I also got to play a second mission where the gameplay was way more there was way more stuff that I could do, while in the first tutorial it was very basic. But anyway, had a great time. And then when I went to the second mission, you were the Vikings infiltrating a samurai base. And I don't know about you, but I really love the Japanese style, and you really got to fight as opponents. You have like small characters that are just there for filler. They're just their minions, so you hit them once, you kill them instantly. It makes you feel cool, and it also gives you a sense of being in a battlefield. But there are also more advanced fighters, and that's where the For Honor gameplay comes in. So you lock onto them, and then you start fighting with blocking and stuff that I already explained. But what's interesting is that there are different playstyles. So in the factions, you also have different playstyles. So for example, Vikings are more brutal. They can just throw people against stuff in the environment. I'll talk about that in a second, and that's super interesting. So they're all obviously have their own trademarks, but the playstyles in those factions are also totally different. So you have, for example, the assassin, super fast, 2 weapons, and in the campaign you learn to counter him. So what you have to do, for example, against an assassin, super fast. So oh, I just hit something, sorry. Super fast and block him at the right time, do your super heavy attack and then kill it. That's like the tactic against an assassin. So you have to like see when it's the right time to attack. While with the tank you have to be super aggressive. The tank is super slow, so stun him while you can, throw him against something in the environment. So that's pretty cool with the Viking. Like I said, you can just grab him, throw him against something in the environment, and if that spikes, for example, it instantly kills him. If you throw him off the wall, it instantly kills him. So that's stuff that you can work with. But if there's nothing you can kill him with in the environment, you just have to roll and be super aggressive. So when he charges his attack, he will hit you, you're like instantly dead. So you don't want that at all. So that's interesting, because the campaign is then sort of playing ground, a sort of training for the PvP, where the enemies, where the real players will play with these playstyles. And if you finish the campaign, you already know what to expect from those playstyles. So that is super awesome. Also the IE, so the computer, the mind of the computers you face in the campaign are pretty good. In the demo I played, it was not that hard. Because obviously there are also like random marketing people or random people from Amazon that don't play games or whatever, but just want to see if it has any potential. Pick up the controller, and if they die all the time, it's not fun for them. So they toned down the demo a little bit, but still it was pretty hard. So you really have to analyze your opponent and think when to hit, even on the easy mode. Because I was fighting a tank and I died the first time, and that's also awesome. The second time I tried him, I killed him instantly. So it's really rewards your skill, and that's pretty awesome. So also why the campaign is interesting even for PvP players is in the PvP you want to have some awesome gear, you want to have some awesome weapons, and you get them in the campaign as well. For example, a developer talked to me and said, do you like that halberd you see there? So a big boss, I won't spoil it, has a big halberd, and if you kill that boss, you get that halberd, so you can use it in the PvP mode as well. So it's like an overarching progression system. So whatever you do, you build towards making your character, your hero better. So you choose, as far as I understand, you choose one of the classes, one of the factions, and the playstyles, and then you like build towards that. Get new gear, get new cosmetic items, so makes you look better, and also new weapons. And that really makes your own hero, makes your own awesome knight. And that's what I really like, and that was also gives you an incentive to play everything, because there are different unlocks in the different modes. What I will tell you as well is that there is an interesting other mode that the developer hinted at. So besides the PvP, which I will talk about a little later, because that's like most of the information we already know, but still it's interesting to go over that. But anyway, apart from the campaign and the PvP mode, the developer hinted at a PvE mode. So what can we expect from that? I think like co-op focused missions. While the campaign is playable in co-op, you can play it with 2 people, it's more focused on the single player experience, while this PvE mode was more focused, as far as I understand, about co-op replayable missions. So for example, awesome castles that you have to like take back with different bosses at the end that are really made for multiple characters, for co-op, for maybe 4 players in one group. You want to play this game together, that's what the developer said. That's one of the main features of this game. So having a PvE mode really gives that feel. So for people that don't really like fighting against other players, well, I think that even if you don't like fighting against other players in normal, in other games, if you don't like competitive multiplayer in shooters, for example, you will still like the PvP in this mode, or in For Honor, because it's really the same stuff as in the campaign. You fight against the same opponents. They probably do a little bit of the same. Maybe the players are, they do crazier stuff than the AI components. I did not really see that though, but still, that could be the case. But anyway, in the PvP, it's far more satisfying to kill an enemy, to chop off his head. That's way cooler than killing someone in the campaign, because you know there's no one behind this TV crying. So that's like one of the big selling points of the PvP. Anyway, in this PvE, it also shows you that For Honor has like a big content slate. It has everything for everyone. It's not just a PvP focused game where, right off the gate when it was announced, it looked like that. Well, no, it has way more content. It's really there to stay. It's really there to keep you engaged for years to come. It's really another big platform from Ubisoft, but with very interesting combat, very interesting gameplay that we don't see in their titles. Normally it's a third-person shooter. Well, this is different. This is like nothing that's out right now. So that's super interesting, and it really makes me even more excited about the game. So before we go over to the PvP, I want to say one more thing, and that is that this game is not really a Ubisoft game. Why? I will explain that in a different video. So this game is not really a Ubisoft game if you compare it to other games. And of course Ubisoft has like one big thing, and that's downgrades. So it has to do something with that. Anyway, you can expect a video about that. Maybe it's up right now so you can see it in this video. Well, anyway, hopefully you will watch that as well. So let's go over to the PvP. Like I said, we already knew this stuff, 4v4. I played the domination mode last year. It was super awesome. I was pretty good at it. So that's also like super cool. But it really rewards people that are good, because you really feel you really outsmart your enemy if you win. While in shooters, it's like, oh, that guy saw me 1 second earlier, so he killed me. While in this game, even if he gets like an advantage over you, so he hits you, you still have like the, if you're a better player, and you beat him while you have half of your life, it feels way better than in Call of Duty, for example, where if you kill someone, it just feels like the normal things that are going on in the battle. It's not that interesting. Well, in For Honor it's really a battle, and if you're really good, you will really outperform your opponents, and that's so much fun to see. So in the domination mode you have like 3 zones, and what's awesome about them is that you have to capture them, and then if you reach a certain points, the enemies will not respawn. So suddenly it turns into a dab match, so you start killing your enemies. We played one a map just on the castle, so hopefully we will get to see more. But there's an alpha and a beta coming, and that's what we learned from E3, and you have to sign up via the website. I put a link down in the description below so you can check that out. Anyway, I'm super excited about For Honor. I think you can tell. It's very high on my list of top 5 E3 2016 games. You can watch that video on the channel right now. Expect a lot more in-depth analysis of games that I saw at E3, other reactions on the latest gaming news, and way more. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome gaming videos. I will speak to you next time, and like this video if you did.